Hi everyone. I hope you people have watched the videos what I have posted in the last classes. Today we are going to see about the summary of the lesson Nutrition in Animals. What is nutrition? Nutrition is a process in which the amount of food required, the mode of nutrition and the utilization of the food takes place. The amount of food required is given as requirement. That is, the nutrients which are required for our body. We know that carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are the nutrients which are required for our body. The word mode of nutrition represents the way of taking these nutrients into our body, either by chewing process or swallowing process or by sucking process. Utilization of food represents the absorption of the food taking place in our body. So nutrition in general is a process in which the amount of food required, mode of nutrition and utilization of the food takes place. What is digestion? Digestion is a process in which the complex molecules are broken down into simple molecules. Otherwise, we can simply say the breakdown of complex substances into simple substances. And digestion takes place by four processes: ingestion, absorption, assimilation, digestion. Digestion takes place by four processes, that is four steps: ingestion, absorption, assimilation, digestion. The digestion taking place in our human body is called human digestive system. In human digestive system, so many organs and glands are involved. We can simply say that human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and associated glands. Alimentary canal is also called as digestive tract. The alimentary canal denotes the organs mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine, rectum, anus. I repeat, alimentary canal starts from mouth, continue with esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. Associated glands which are also required for the digestion, which secretes digestive juices. The associated glands are salivary glands, liver, pancreas. In human digestive system, associated glands are salivary glands, liver and pancreas. These associated glands secrete digestive juices which helps in the breakdown of complex substances into simple substances. How the digestion takes place? The digestion starts from mouth and ends with anus. The food what we are taking in our mouth, the process is called ingestion. That is, as I already told, digestion takes place in four steps. The first step is ingestion. That is, the intake of food is called ingestion. In intake of food, the mouth, the teeth and the tongue plays an important role. They are generally called as buccal cavity. In mouth, one associated gland is also present, that is called salivary gland. The salivary gland secretes the digestive juice saliva. This saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase. This enzyme breaks down the complex substance of starch into maltose. Starch is a carbohydrate compound. I repeat, starch is a carbohydrate compound. This starch is broken down by the enzyme salivary amylase and it is converted into a disaccharide called maltose. The remaining nutrients, proteins, fats are not digested in the mouth. So, in mouth only partial digestion takes place. So, the partially digested food in mouth is called as bolus. The bolus is nothing but the food which is partially digested and it takes place in mouth is called as bolus. Now the food bolus enters into the organ esophagus through pharynx. Pharynx is nothing but a throat region. The bolus enters into the esophagus, otherwise called food passage. Otherwise called what? Food passage through pharynx. Esophagus, the food passage, is a long muscular tube-like structure. The bolus moves into this tube by a contraction called peristalsis movement. that is contraction of the muscles takes place. With the help of this contraction, the bolus slowly moves down and it enters into the organ stomach. The esophagus and stomach is connected by a sphincter called cardiac sphincter. Esophagus connects with stomach by a sphincter called cardiac sphincter. Now the bolus reaches the stomach. The stomach secrete a juice called gastric juice. The gastric juice contains hydrochloric acid, the enzyme pepsin, some salts and water. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is an acid compound which kills the bacteria which is present in the food, and it also activates the enzyme pepsin. Hydrochloric acid can have two roles. One role is to kill the bacteria which is present in the food, and another role is to activate the enzyme pepsin. Pepsin is an enzyme which breaks down the proteins into peptides. In mouth, only the carbohydrate starch alone breakdowns, but in stomach, the protein, the nutrient protein which is present in the food are broke down into peptides. Now, the food enters into the small intestine. In stomach also, the digestion is not complete because still the fats are not converted. Still the fats remains in a complex substance. So, this partially digestion taking place in the stomach is called as chyme. This partially digested food taking place in the stomach is called chyme. That is, the bolus become chyme. Now this chyme, C-H-Y-M-E, chyme, enters into the small intestine through a sphincter called pyloric sphincter. The stomach connects with the small intestine. The portion of small intestine name is duodenum. The duodenum and the stomach connection is called pyloric sphincter. Small intestine. Small intestine is an organ, internal organ, which is divided into three portions: duodenum, jejunum, ileum. The stomach connects with the duodenum. Then the duodenum connects with jejunum and then ileum. Ileum occupies more space in the small intestine. So, the duodenum also connected with pancreas, which is present below the stomach, and also the liver. The liver secrete an digestive juice called bile juice. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. As I told earlier, there are three associated glands present in our digestive system: salivary gland, liver, pancreas. Liver secrete bile juice. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. These juices are released from their organs and get enter into the duodenum. Through duodenum, it will reach the ileum part. Now the bile juice, pancreatic juice reaches the ileum. Small intestine itself also secrete intestinal juice. So all these three juices, pancreatic juice, bile juice and intestinal juice completes the digestion. That is, fats are also converted into fatty acid and glycerol. Carbohydrates are converted into sugars. Proteins are broken down into amino acids. Fats are converted into fatty acids and glycerols. That is, their simple substances. Now, the digestion completes. So, the digestion completes in the small intestine. Now, the digested foods have to be absorbed. The absorption process also takes place in small intestine. What are the food we are taking inside is not at all absorbed totally. Only half of the food or some of the food will be digested. The remaining undigested food will be excreted through our body. The digested food are absorbed by small intestine. The undigested food are enter into the large intestine. The large intestine has also three parts. One is cecum, another one is colon, and another one is rectum. Large intestine is also divided into three parts: cecum, colon, rectum. The undigested food from small intestine enters into the cecum and then it travels through the colon and then it reaches the rectum. While traveling through the colon, the water from the undigested food will be absorbed by the colon and remaining waste material, they are called as fecus, or sent into the rectum. Rectum is a part which store these feces for some time and then ejected through anus. So the process of ejection, that is the removal of undigested food, that is feces, is called defecation, and it takes place through anus. This way digestion starts from mouth and ends with anus. Some enzymes play an important role in this digestion. As I said, mouth contains the gland, salivary gland, which secretes salivary amylase, which breaks down starch into disaccharide. Stomach secrete pepsin, which breaks proteins into large peptides. Small intestine, that is pancreatic juice, also having some enzymes which breaks down starch, proteins and fats, and small intestine breaks into very simple sugars. How the digestion takes place in grass-eating animals. That is, grass-eating animals are generally called as ruminants. This process is called rumination. In grass contains a carbohydrate substance called cellulose. Cellulose is a carbohydrate substance which can be converted into simple sugars by the enzyme cellulase. But in humans, the enzyme cellulase is not present. So humans cannot able to digest the component cellulose. Some animals are having the enzyme cellulase, so they can easily break down the component cellulose into simple sugars. Those enzyme containing animals are called as ruminants. But the digestion is somewhat different from humans. First, the animals swallow the food and store the food in the part called rumen. Rumen is a part which is present between the small intestine and large intestine, which can store the food for some time, and that food is called cud. C-U-D, cud. After some time, then the cud again brings back into its mouth and the animal will chew the mouth and then digestion completes. I repeat, animals having the rumen, they will swallow the food first and they will keep it in the rumen for some time. Later, again it bring it back to its mouth and chew the food and then it completes its digestion. This type of digestion taking place in animals are called ruminant animal. That is, the storage of cud in the rumen is called rumination. How digestion taking place in amoeba? Amoeba is a unicellular organism. Unicellular meaning single cellular organism. It is aquatic in nature, that is, which is present in water region. It is microscopic, that is, we can't see with our naked eye. We can see only with the help of microscope, and it is irregular in shape. It doesn't have any definite shape. The amoeba, how it will digest the food? Let's see. The amoeba moves towards the food with the help of the legs called pseudopodia. That is meaning false leg. Pseudopodia meaning false leg. Amoeba moves towards the food with the help of pseudopodia and it engulfs the food. That process is called ingestion. Then the food is getting entered into the food vacuoles. Amoeba containing a sac called food vacuole. Inside the food vacuole, digestion takes place. That is, the food has been digested and the food will be absorbed by the amoeba. The remaining undigested food will be digested. After absorption, assimilation takes place. Assimilation means the absorbed food is sent to different organs of the body for their nutrients. The undigested food will be ejected out. So this process is taking place in amoeba. Students, I hope you people have understand about the digestion takes place in different organisms. If you have any doubt, you can text me. Thank you.